Cruise Show, Real 92.3 LA's new home for hip-hop. Symba's back on the Cruise Show. Let's get it.
Come on. I had to
Results
come
take
see
time.
my cousin Cruz.
What's up, brother? How are you, man?
What's up,
Primo.
cousin Cruz?
I say primo.
Come on, primo, my primo Cruz. What's up with my dog,
It's
man?
family, man. We good, man. What's good with you, though, man? How you feel, man?
Man, just working, bro. Staying busy.
That
New
tour like
project
crazy?
out. On tour, you know, moving around, tapping in with everybody. We just got back to LA, so I said I gotta tap in with my people, man. We was on the East Coast the last 2 months, so I wasn't able to come celebrate with the West. So now that we back, I'm coming through to tap in with everybody, man.
Yes,
That's right.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Look at that necklace. Well, look at those
Oh,
necklaces.
this ain't nothing.
Look at the
Something.
watch,
The
my G. We
watch,
doing
too?
good.
See, what's important was on the
Yeah,
inside. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's
Symba's
right.
more valuable than all the jewels he got on.
Yeah, there
It's
we
hard,
go.
and it's
I know that's
There we
facts,
go.
though. You know what I'm saying?
That's just
facts.
decoration.
Yeah, you know,
It's
we,
part of the. It's part of the costume.
yeah, we dropped more jewels than the jewelry.
That's right.
You know what I mean? It's just decorations.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's a Christmas tree without ornaments?
Come on,
You're
bro.
Oh, okay.
It's just a tree.
Okay.
You
Come
know
on,
what I'm saying?
just a tree.
We more than that.
Yeah,
We bringing
yeah.
light.
Yeah,
Come
come
on,
on,
man.
put the star on the top.
Too easy. Results take time, man. What a body of work. Congratulations, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man.
Bro,
Thank you.
that joint with Pusha T, the Never End Up Broke Part 2,
Yeah.
who produced that?
So, Dem Joints was the original producer, but Dre had touched it as well. So Dre put some work into it. And we kind of like went over the song a lot when I first played it for him.
Yeah.
And I sent it over to Push. Push jumped on it. And it's possibly a part 3 coming. We working on a
Why
part
not?
3.
Why
Yeah,
not? Let's
yeah,
go. Let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah, with Push on it, you could just like, you can taste the cocaine.
You can sniff it, can't you?
Like you can smell it, bro.
Yeah, nah. Shout out to Push, man. He I literally sent it to him while he was on tour.
Yes, sir.
And then he got it right back to me, and I went crazy. I was actually arguing with somebody that day when I got the verse back. I was in the middle of an argument,
Yeah.
and he sent the verse back, and I was like, "Let me call you right back."
Business argument, personal
Business
argument.
argument.
Business.
I was actually arguing with my A&R, Dallas.
Oh my God.
What were you
Shout
guys
out to
arguing
Doug.
about? Can I
Well,
ask?
originally, you know, we family, so I'm gonna tell you. Originally, my project was supposed to come out August 5th.
Mm.
And then Dallas was like, we need to push it back so you can get the proper rollout. And I was like, nah, man, I've been waiting all this time. You gave me the date. I'm going. But in all actuality, he was right because it kind of all worked out. We was able to put together like a dope rollout.
Yeah.
You know, I was a COVID artist, so I never really got to do radio runs and meet everybody on the other side. So we went to New York for 3.5 weeks and did promo. Then we started tour. And then we ended the tour on this side so we could come back home and do promo on this side. So it was all worth it at the end of the day. But
Yes, sir.
we was in the middle of an argument, then Push sent the verse, and I was like, I'm going to call you right back.
Call you right back, dog.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. What's up, Leche?
No, listen. I mean, I was there at the show you did in L.A.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
mean, you talked about it in the intro. The intro was iconic. You
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about how
yeah.
like everything stopped and just the team started from from the jump. You did everything, man.
Yeah.
Like that's why like you're more valuable than what you got on,
Results
man. You,
take time, man.
los resultados toman tiempo. You feel
Yeah,
me? And
yeah.
that's how we say it in Spanish. But I mean, has there ever been any other feature or like collaboration that they hit you like oh I gotta stop what I'm doing now to prioritize that?
That's been happening lately. I can't say who yet because the song isn't out. But I have another song coming out. My brother ATL Jacob, shout out to ATL
Yeah.
Jacob. Me, him, and Fredo Bang just did something that's dope. But Jacob is like, he's been an early Symba supporter. So, you know, with all his success going on, with everything he producing right now, he had hit me the other day while he was on the road. He was like, yo, I got this verse. I want you to jump on it with Fredo. So I was like, bet. I went right to the studio and knocked it right out. But
Done.
it's a few other ones coming too that y'all hear. I just can't announce them
I
yet.
know, man. What a joint with you and Wayne on it, man. I want to hear that
See,
so bad.
look at you. Look at you.
So bad. What's it called again? What's it called again?
Look at him.
What's the one with Jay-Z on it?
He fishing with no bait. Look at him.
No bait whatsoever. I'm just trying.
Shout out to Lil Wayne.
Yes, sir. Y'all linked up recently, right? At a show.
We
I
linked
believe.
up at
I seen the
Game
pic on your
Show.
gram.
When Game had his he
yep.
had his show downtown back in July.
Yep.
And he was there, and it was surprising because I didn't know he knew me. You know, so I watch a lot of Lil Wayne interviews. Like I remember watching the one where he didn't know who 21 Savage was. He thought they was a group.
He thought it was a group.
Yeah, so when he knew me, I was like, damn, you know, that was kind of shocking. So shout out to Wayne.
Yeah. No, he's a GOAT.
Yeah.
GOAT.
GOAT.
Dog. Yeah.
One of the GOATs, greatest of all time for sure.
Yeah, it's one of those moments like if Wayne knows who you are, okay, you're on the right path. You're doing
Nah,
your thing.
for sure.
Right?
For
Yeah.
sure. That was validating because I was
Yes,
kind of
sir.
I stopped him for the picture. I was kind of nervous. I'm like, he fresh off stage. I'm like, yo, man. He's like, oh, what's up, man? Woo. And I'm like, oh, shit. Like, you know, like,
That's beautiful,
Yeah,
man.
like, okay, why
That's
not?
beautiful
yeah,
moment, man.
so it was cool.
Yeah,
it was
man.
Cool.
Drama, you linked up with Drama for
Yeah.
Results Take Time. I
Yeah.
mean, what a natural collaboration that sounded like.
Yeah, that's my guy right there. Me and Drum been locked in for like the past 3-4 years.
Yes, sir.
So we
Grammy
talked about
Award-winning DJ Drama.
Yes, sir, man.
Let's
Grammy
get it.
Award-winning DJ Drama. Shout out to the whole generation now. My boy Willie Joe, my boy Lake, Seti Hendrix, Jack Harlow, Uzi Vert, everybody over there going
Whole
crazy.
team. Yeah.
But nah, Drum, my guy, man. We was supposed to actually drop a tape last year. And I was just in a weird space musically. I ain't know where I wanted to go with the music. And I played him a few songs, and I ain't like his reaction. Like he was moving, he was like this, but I was like, nah.
Not the reaction you were looking
Yeah, I was
for.
like, I need him to be going crazy.
Mhm.
So I went back in for like between like 9 to 11 months, just heavy, just figuring out the concept for the project. And around, I think it was like February or March, I sent him a few songs, and he was like, yo, you in your bag right now. Like, what is this right here? Ooh? And I was like, that's the reaction I wanted.
When
So I was
That's
like,
it.
go.
Now let's get to work.
Yeah.
when you're like going through something like musically and like you have like you're hitting a wall that you just don't really like what you're putting out, how do you get through that? Like what's
It's
the process?
tough. It's tough because you honestly don't know. Like sometimes you could be feeling something so much, and then in the industry you get a lot of people that don't want to tell you your shit suck around you.
Mm.
You know what I'm
They'll
saying?
tell everybody but you.
Yeah, so it's a lot of relationships. Like, you know, we fan, but I meet a lot of radio people sometimes or podcasters. They come through and they be like, oh, this is the most amazing thing. I'm like, bro, you just saying that because you hear it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you don't really
It's the
feel that
interlude.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you don't even play this when it drop. You know, so
You ain't listening to Sacrifices.
yeah, you know, like, so it's tough because you don't really know. And then as an artist, sometimes you could be in your own bubble and you in your own creative block. So it sounds good to you, but to everybody else, it might not be as good as it sounds to you.
Right.
So you kind of like, for me personally, I like a lot of people in the studio. Like I like recording with like 30, 40 people in the studio, like just a bunch of people, because you get to see a natural reaction.
What kind of studios
Yeah.
you be using that can
I
fit
know.
30, 40 people, no?
You know, you know.
Nah, but you know,
Shout out to Atlantic Records. They keep us in the big joints.
he records in an airplane hangar.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy.
No, but I like a lot of people because it's like a certain beat to come on,
Absolutely.
and you'll see a female just jump up like, I
Yep.
like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And start moving. You're like, okay. And you'll see how people react to it, and it'll give you inspiration to go into it.
If there's something you know how to do, and I've been kind of like studying, you know how to work a room.
Yeah.
Like you know how to work.
You watch
that
that
a
very careful,
room.
Lecture.
That's
Yeah.
that Bay Area.
Yeah, like it's like yo, it's a gift.
Yeah, that's that
It's
Bay
a gift.
Area,
Obviously,
man.
you gotta sharpen the pencil from time to
It's
time.
that
but-
ism, man. It's in us. It ain't on us.
Yeah,
Let's go.
so
You know,
salute, man.
A lot of people from the Bay say that everything came from the Bay.
Ah, here we go.
Here we go.
Yeah, no,
Pilo-
let's talk
Pilo
about
says
it.
everything came from the Bay. He's like, what kind of phone you got? It's from the Bay.
Yeah, that's honestly every Bay Area person's like argument when you're like saying something like, "What kind of phone you got?" It's like,
Yeah.
literally, that phone was probably manufactured in China, but okay, I get you, but all right.
the
Nah,
idea.
we just prideful because it's like we don't get a lot of credit for what we do contribute to the culture. So sometimes by being a smaller city, you know, y'all in LA, y'all a lot bigger than us. It's
Not much though. I mean,
nah, y'all way
the
bigger.
Bay is what, like market number 5 if we're talking radio.
But if you
terms.
think about it, people move here to pursue their dreams.
Sure.
Right?
true.
People come here from all over the world, and Hollywood is Hollywood. You know what I mean? So it's here, and we don't get necessarily the certain platforms or certain credit for things that we've put out there. And other places do because they city may be bigger, or artists could kind of commercialize our sound more. And sometimes we feel a way about that, but I don't think we created everything. But a lot of what goes on
Yeah.
in the entertainment business, whether it's dancing, you know, I think the Bay had a lot to do with the price of dunks going up. You know, like we got a lot to do with certain things, but we don't necessarily get the credit. So we always trying to fight for our credit.
For sure,
That's
for
all.
sure. You know who doesn't get the credit? 40. I think 40 doesn't get the credit he deserves.
For sure. 40 don't, Short don't. You gotta think, man. Like Short been rapping since the 80s, right? And still popping it today.
Yes, sir.
40 been here since the early 90s, still popping it today. He was the first artist with a major deal from over there. From over here.
You feel me?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
back in like 92 or 93 or something like that. So they definitely don't, but like I say, we from a smaller city. But the more, you know, like we bring into the city, it's a lot of new artists doing things that's expanding the eyes that's on the Bay. Shout out to La Russell. Shout out Rex Life Raj, Lil Kayla, Kaylani, G-Eazy. You know, it's a lot of us doing a lot of good things to put new eyes on the Bay to broaden our horizons.
Yes, sir. Going back to having a lot of people in the studio, right? I had noticed that, like watching old footage of like of NWA or even Pac, even Hove. They always had this energy. 2 Live Crew. They always had this energy in the studio to get it done.
Yeah.
Right? They always had a group of people with them, and it's not for backup. It's just strictly for energy and vibe, and
Definitely.
and for just for gut checks. I think
Definitely.
right?
Like that's what the studio is. It's like, but it's
Some
also
people need to record alone.
That's what I was about
Nobody
to
in
say.
there.
I was just about to say it's also based off who you are as an artist. Because there's some artists I be around, like they can't even like record with people in the room, or they'll go in the booth and tell the engineer to mute the whole studio and just put it in the headphones. So everybody's different, but I'm an energy person. So I've always been like an outgoing person. Played sports my whole life, do parties my whole life, just been in the cool crowd. So for me, naturally, I just like being around people. I like being around new people because sometimes when you get around a consistent opinion, it could become tainted. You know, like they there every day, so it's like they feel about it how you feel about it. When you get somebody new in the building, you get a different reaction or a different opinion, which could kind of like alter your thoughts and the way you kind of approaching the song. So I like when a bunch of people in the studio.
Would you work with Kanye
I did.
again
Yes.
in this space?
Yes.
None of that bothers
Let me
you?
ask y'all something.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That's what I mean. He knows how to work the room. That's what I mean. He knows how to work a room.
Who owns
I'm ready.
Who owns the slogan Black Lives Matter?
I do not know.
A white person.
Is
What
it-
if Kanye owns White Life Matters, the statement?
Mhm.
The same way that a white person owns Black Lives Matter. What if he's capitalizing off something the same way that people capitalize off Black Lives Matter?
Right.
We don't know,
That's a
right?
point.
Sure.
You saying he's using the Uno reverse card?
We don't know.
Does it make
I'm
it
just
right?
saying.
Does it make it
That
right?
would be
That's
genius.
strictly for opinion.
I'm just saying we don't know, right? But what
Yeah.
if that's the case?
That'd
right?
be genius. I'll be honest. That'd be genius.
So we look at it different. So before we judge them, let's see it all the
I
way
think we
through.
lead with anger first.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we do that. And it's okay because we emotional as human beings. When I first seen it, I was like, huh? And then I thought about it. We was in the car all talking about it. I was like, wait, well, what if it's an angle to it?
Yeah.
Right?
I automatically assume there's an angle to it.
Yeah.
I honestly don't think he believes white lives
If
matter.
you-
I think there's an undertone that people don't understand right away, but that's
So if
his
you
vision.
if you notice, who else had the shirt on with him?
Mhm.
Candace
Candace
Owens,
Owens.
right?
Candace Owens.
Candace Owens has a documentary getting ready to come out about all the scamming that went on behind the Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
What if that's the merch?
Right. For the documentary,
We don't know.
we don't know.
Yeah.
Bit of rollout.
You know what? If,
Is it
we
It's
don't
a
know.
controversial rollout, but a rollout nonetheless.
You don't know,
Yes,
right?
sir.
But
Yeah.
if let's say he owns that statement,
Yeah.
that's genius. So
Yeah, I mean, he
gotta see how it
he
plays
benefits
out.
off of it for sure.
We
But-
benefit,
but at
off
what
it.
cost, right? I mean, he makes a lot of people angry along the way.
Yeah, but you can't please everybody.
Sure.
I've learned that a long time ago, and I'm glad that I learned how the power of saying no.
Yeah,
I don't mind saying no anymore.
Letcha, you've been
Yeah.
saying no since we've hired you. and
Exactly.
That was what, 5 years ago.
you a no man.
He's a no man. He's a no man.
But going back to the studio, your studio rules. Give me 5 rules.
5 rules: pretty women, tequila, good beats. Everybody offer something, throw something out there, whether it's an opinion, a lyric, whatever it may be. Be contributive to the studio, and sports on mute.
Sports on mute.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, let it ride.
What kind of tequila do you have in the studio?
I'm either off that Mandela. Y'all ever heard about Mandela?
Mandela.
It's a new tequila. It's very good. They're based out of Los Angeles as well. I like Mandela or Don Julio sometimes, but I've been
That's the
drinking a
one with
lot
the
of
ceramic,
Mandela.
the round.
Yeah, the circle bottle.
Yeah, they're from Downey actually.
Yeah.
They're from Downey.
They're
from out
great
here, huh?
people.
The Mexican Beverly Hills. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah, I rock with Mandela a lot. Like that's like the main thing
You
I
working on
like
a
to drink.
sponsorship? Because we could say how great it is. The cameras are on.
Nah. Them my guys. Them just my guys. Like I just literally drank the tequila one day, liked it, man, and reached out to them. They sent me a few bottles. We just been cool ever
Easy.
since.
I
But
love that.
I love it.
Very organic. What's your toxic trait?
Uh-oh. My toxic trait.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We all have one. We're men.
My toxic
women.
trait.
And women.
I'm all like,
We're human.
let me not leave the women out because they're guilty too.
All right, how toxic is this? Sometimes I know what women are thinking before they even thinking it, so I'll make them think something else.
That's deep
Yeah.
and toxic.
Yeah.
please elaborate. I'm all like, wait, I want to know.
I can't
what
give
he
all the
means.
No,
secrets.
dog.
I'm all like, I want to know what he means.
If I told you, I wouldn't be able to show you how to think.
Bro, you were a pimp in your past life, dog.
Oh my gosh.
I agree.
In another dimension, you pimping, dog. Let me show you what to think. Let me tell you what to think. You feel me? Yes, sir. You a Warriors fan?
I'm a Golden State Laker.
Golden State Laker.
Yeah.
Honestly, I
Right.
feel that though.
Is
Yeah.
that what you are in a sense?
I think that's what I am.
Yeah, I'm a Golden State Laker. And that's because growing up, my favorite player ever was Kobe Bryant.
Yes, sir.
So I always just naturally was a Laker fan from the Kobe and Shaq days to when Shaq left and we went through that rough time losing to the Suns. And Pau Gasol and Andrew Bynum came in. We got two more. But then I was also a We Believe fan when Baron Davis and Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson was in the Warriors and they beat the Mavericks in the first round when the Mavericks was the first seed. And Monte Ellis used to turn the Bay up, and then Steph Curry came, and Klay Thompson came, and Draymond came. So I was a fan of both teams, naturally being from the Bay and naturally being a Kobe fan. So I just ride with both.
That's right. You ever meet Kobe? Did you get to meet Kobe?
Never got to meet him, bro.
Man, we got to interview
Never
a few
got to
times.
meet
I
him,
met him.
man.
I met him. I saw him at Disneyland once, and I froze. And then I saw him with his uniform on,
Yeah,
and that was different.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Thanks to Garcia, he was good friends with Kobe, man. And
Man,
you
that's
know,
dope.
meeting Kobe was a different story. I was mad at myself at the moment, but
Yeah.
now that everything what happened, I remember I couldn't speak. I started whispering when I
Yeah.
spoke to him.
Yeah.
You feel me?
No, it happens that
How
way.
are you? I
Yeah.
couldn't speak.
Yeah, it happens that way because it's like somebody that's like pulled on your heartstrings for so many years.
Yeah.
You know, it's times when I'm in the studio with Dr. Dre, sometimes I just be looking at him. And he be like, later, and I'm be like, oh, my bad.
My
You know
bad.
what I mean? Like, I be
Tripping that
kind
you're
of
here and
stuck.
I'm here
Like,
and we're
I'm
breathing the
Just
same
yeah,
air.
infatuated.
like I'm really in here with you. Like one day, I was in the studio with him and Snoop at the same time, and
Was he
Snoop,
working on Snoop's project?
yeah, and Snoop was laying a verse. And he was telling Snoop, change this, say it like this, say it like that. And I was like, damn, I'm really in here with Dre and Snoop, just watching them record. Like, it was crazy. Like,
I would have been sitting in there crisscross applesauce, my
yeah,
dude.
like, that's exactly what I do.
You
I just
feel
sit
me?
back and shut up till I'm spoken to.
Dog, for real. Yeah, Kobe, we went to his facility and I went to use the restroom. And as soon as I opened the door, he was in there. So I just shut it right away.
Yeah.
And I just stood there like a doorman waiting for him to come out. And he comes out and he's obviously looking down at me like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Out of respect, I'm going to let you pee alone, bro.
Yeah. Nah, man. Rest
You
in
don't
peace
need
to
me in
Kobe, man. Rest in peace to Gigi. That was definitely
Yeah.
not just a Los Angeles legend, but a world icon.
Yes,
you
sir.
know, a
Yes,
Laker
sir.
for life, a true king of the game that dedicated his craft, man. And I miss Kobe, man. I
Yeah.
really wish Kobe was here today just so I could hear some of his. I feel like Kobe would have been a great like analyst today. Like I feel like he'd
for
be
sure.
killing like a podcast or like killing TNT right now or like the pre-show games or halftime games. So I miss Kobe, man. Rest
Yes,
in peace
sir.
to Kobe.
Yeah, no, I mean, he was already winning Oscars, and
Yeah.
he was going.
Yeah, the way he seen the game was just
It's different,
it was
bro.
different too.
It's different.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very
You
different.
hear so many stories now of what
Yeah.
went on behind the scenes, like in locker rooms or during practices,
Yeah.
and he was an asshole sometimes, but that's because, nah, dog,
He's
like,
just
I'm
dedicated.
here before everyone else. I expect the same thing
I'm here
from
to put the work in.
yeah, dog.
I'm here to
And
put
that's
the
what it's
work
about.
in.
And working with Dre, you got to do the work. There's
Gotta do
there's
the
no
work,
shortcuts, right?
For sure. Zero shortcuts. Even when you think you're doing it right, you're doing it wrong. You know?
So he's teaching you how to think.
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Nah, but
Oh my God.
he's a great inspiration, bro. You know, in my eyes, the greatest producer to ever do it, you know? His ears is just different. His attention to detail is just different. His beat selection is different. The way he hears things is just different, and it's legendary. And I'm just, you know, blessed to be able to say I know him, you know, say I've worked with him, call him a big homie. He gives me a lot of advice, you know, so.
You been to the house?
Yeah, I've been to the house, man. Ate some of that good food.
Man, take
Got
me,
lost
bro.
in the
Take me,
backyard.
bro. Got lost in the backyard? Real shit.
You get lost in the backyard. He got like a whole hotel back there.
Insane.
Yeah, it's
But you look
crazy.
at that and you're like, yo, like, we could get this.
Yeah, no, definitely.
We could be here.
Definitely.
We're here.
You know it's right there, right? It's like
Definitely.
right there.
But it's right there, but it's like when you think about it, it's not. It's so much work that goes into it. How many people have actually been able to produce hit records from the early 90s to now?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we could probably count on one or two hands how many people who's done that consistently at the rate he's done it and the type of records he's done.
Yeah.
No
Especially,
blemishes.
yeah, especially being from the West. You know, it's a little tougher on us sometimes. You know, everybody kind of they struggle with us and they go against us at times. So he's made undeniable, you know, moments in music and hip hop that's just changed the game forever.
That is correct. Results take time. It's out now. All streaming
Yes, sir.
platforms, man. Can't win for nothing. When I listen to that, the way I take it is like
Yeah.
in that process of trying to be great for
Yeah.
yourself and for others, right?
Yeah.
You do hit a wall. You do hit a certain stride or lack of stride, I guess, right? Where you feel like you're not winning, but you're dead in the middle of the process.
Yep, you right there. You right there, and it's the lack of information sometimes that'll make you quit. You know what I mean? Or the wrong people around you. So it's you gotta consistently just go. Like if you listen to the beginning of the song, shout out to China. That's one of my homegirls, Dallas Martin's assistant. And she
That's her talking shit?
Yeah, that's her talking. But she really came in feeling that way that day.
Oh, that's
You know,
dope.
she was in the studio and she came in and she's usually like the life of the studio. So it's like it's times when we all be tired and sleepy. She come in there, she be like, "What y'all fuck nigga doing? Y'all better wake up. Y'all ain't here acting like it's sweet." You know what I mean? Like she'd
love
just
that.
turn everybody up. And one day she came in, she just ain't had that energy. And I'm like, "China, what's wrong with you?" She's like, "I'm just sick of this shit, man." Like, what? She just started saying everything she was saying on the song. I was like, you know what? Go say that in the booth. She went there and said it in one take.
Who talks better shit, men or
Money.
women?
Who talks better shit?
Yeah.
Women.
Like who just like
Women.
yeah?
Women,
Women.
yeah.
Women are better at everything.
Women know, like,
Because they open up your heart and they shit in it and they close it.
yeah, women know them like buttons to press. Like,
Yes,
men just get you
do.
mad and angry to where it's like
That's
you
very
want to
true.
punch them. Women that make you not want to talk to them again.
Thank you.
You know
bro.
what I mean? Like,
My wife does. My wife says stuff, and I'm like, does she even realize what she's saying?
They're just they know those buttons to push, and they know how to push them, when to push them, why to push them, everything. So
Real
I would
shit.
say women.
Hey, you grew up listening to Ice Cube.
Yeah,
Is he your top 5 or part of your top 5?
West Coast. Yeah, top 5 all time. I don't know.
Top 10 possibly.
No, are we ranking lyrically influence?
Yeah,
Because there's different. There's different. I
Cube
think.
lyrically, I think, is top 10 for sure. For sure.
lyrically,
I think he gets left out of the conversation. We've had this
he definitely
conversation
gets
with
left
Cube.
out of the conversation. But I also
Him
think
and 40 get left out.
definitely. But I also think Cube transitioned faster out of music.
True.
So a lot of his catalog kind of gets forgotten about because of we know Cube from Are We There Yet? Friday, Barbershop. Like it's so much different
Anaconda, wasn't he in
dynamics.
Anaconda?
Yeah, like
Pause.
so many different dynamics to Cube. So it's like sometimes he's bigger than music.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes we forget about the music because of everything he's done.
Yes,
He
sir.
owns a whole basketball league.
I know, right?
You know
Shout
what
out
I
to Big
mean?
Three.
Like,
and now he's trying to get his movie back.
That's what I'm saying.
Warner Brothers. and
He's
they
done
won't-
so much,
it's
so it's
insane.
like we forget about the music sometimes. But shout out to Cube.
Yeah, man, legend. Have you ever thrown out a first pitch?
Yeah,
You have?
I did one at the A's game.
How'd it go?
It went better than I thought.
You think so?
Yeah,
Wow. Did you watch it back?
yeah. I watched it back. I made it right to the plate.
Yeah.
I didn't realize like
Were
you
you
gotta
nervous?
kind of throw downwards.
Yeah.
You
No,
know?
you're supposed to go up. No.
No, yeah, that's what I mean. You gotta throw up.
Yeah.
So when you're on the slope, it looked like you gotta throw down, but you're really supposed to throw it up. And I didn't realize that, so I threw it down, but it still hit the plate. And then
Symba, that is where
bounced
I
into-
fucked up.
Yeah.
I recently threw out the first pitch at a Dodgers game for Hispanic Heritage Month.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show it to you. You just give me your honest critique, okay?
Let me see. Let me see what my boy got out here.
Just be honest. It's okay. I'm here.
Okay.
We're men. We can speak with each other and to each other with honesty.
Okay. Let me see. Here we go. Well, there once was a man named Curtis Jackson who threw a pitch at the Mets game.
50s was worse, so I find solace in that.
You might be worse than 50.
No!
You might be worse than 50.
History has been made. But you say you always want to go down to history.
You probably just made history as the worst one.
Look at me, all
my God.
LA'd out, dog, like I played.
My boy threw it all the way to the left.
Bro, dog, it's because once you get onto that mound, they said pitch it from the front of the mound. I said, I got to stand on top of the mound. What we doing, right?
Because you want to, you
I got two boys. I got two sons. Come on, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Right? I got a team back home.
Yeah.
They waiting on the results. I step on the mound and I forget everything.
Yeah.
I just forget and I throw it like I'm blind or something,
Yeah.
and it was all bad.
No, mine's hit literally right before the plate, so it hit and just bounced right in the glove.
That's not
so
bad.
it was cool, but
Yeah.
that was. We gotta work. We gotta get you right, man.
I
We gotta get you
practice,
right,
man.
Chris.
I practice.
We tried.
Oh, you
having
practice?
I
Yeah.
practiced for
It was
good-
tough.
I practiced for
Man.
like 4 days.
about
though.
7 hours in total
Oh,
practice. You know what I
man.
mean? But was never really the kid to throw a ball. You know, I had
Yeah.
other dreams. I had other aspirations.
Yeah. Well, you're the golden radio, so
Thank you.
Who
I
needs
appreciate
Who needs
that.
baseball
Yeah.
when you got radio?
Yo, Symba is here. Results take time.
Yes,
Fire
sir.
Project.
Yep.
Quality.
Thank you,
Quality,
brother.
my guy. And
Thank
thank you.
you.
The album cover, too. The cover. Talk to us about that. Different moments in your life?
Yeah, so it's kind of inspired by E40s in a major way. So if you look at the watch, how
Yeah.
40 had it in there, but
Yeah.
I also like put different pictures of me as a kid, just showing the process of growing up. You know, showing different time points in my life and my parents, my little brother, just different things to just show them everything I've been through over time. Because results take time.
Yeah, results take time. and
Yeah.
That's what it is,
I got-
man. What's
I
up,
got-
Jack?
Go ahead, Jackie.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, go for it. It's
Dale.
okay.
Let's get spiritual a little bit, I guess.
Okay.
Uh-oh. I
Quotes,
guess.
mantras, aside from results take time that you live by.
Quotes that I live by.
Or mantras that you tell yourself every day when you wake up, or you got to remind yourself.
Don't
Like obviously,
take-
results
take-
take time.
Take nothing personal.
That's right.
Take nothing personal. Your feelings are what make things personal. So sometimes things can become personal because you and your feelings and the person didn't intentionally mean for it to come across that way. So don't take things personal. Conversations, everything can be avoided by a conversation. Sometimes we so quick to jump the gun and, you know, be combative with one another and fight each other, shoot each other, you know, but everything could be fixed with a conversation. But I would say my main one is don't take nothing personal.
I like that.
That's
Yeah.
extremely important.
Yeah.
It really is, man.
Yeah.
Especially in
first thing-
this industry, too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
like, you know,
But it's
Especially
tough
when
too
you have-
and
because
radio,
people,
too, is like you can't take everything personal.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
used to.
because it's a system. You know, everything's put in play. I was just talking to this kid because I'm on tour with Joyner Lucas right now. Shout out to Joyner. I was talking to this kid in Atlanta. He got a podcast, and he was like, yeah, you know, I don't really rock with Joyner. And I was like, well, what Joyner do to you? He was like, he told me when he come to Atlanta, he was gonna do my podcast, and then he quit responding. I said, bro, you know that man got 2 tour buses, a whole nother truck following him with merch, a whole nother truck following him with a set, a 9-man crew, a DJ, a camera. He got all these things going on. Do you really think he's sitting there wondering, like, how not to upset you to come to your podcast. Bro, he's busy, bro. Sometimes people just be busy. And you so caught up in how you feel about not getting responded to, you're overlooking the fact that this man got a lot of shit going on. So sometimes you just gotta understand your position and continue to work and let things happen for you rather than trying to force them to happen.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't try to take nothing too personal.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it's important.
Yeah.
Because it'll drive you crazy.
Yeah.
And now
definitely.
you have an
And
imaginary argument in your head.
You can't control everything. You can't control how people, what they gonna
That's a
say,
fact.
how they gonna react, or what they gonna do. All you can control is the way you feel about something.
Yeah.
You know?
Man, that is a fact.
How do you rejection? How does that program you differently? Does that make
I just drink tequila and get over it.
That's it.
That's one way.
Yeah.
That's one way.
Same.
Yeah. Because you get rejected, but it's like, okay, what you gonna do about it?
You can't do it.
Like, you can sit there and be mad, but like, what is being mad gonna do? You still gotta find a way to get accepted.
Yeah.
So instead of me
Right,
sitting here
right.
putting all this energy
It's
into
not the
being
end all, be
mad,
all.
let me go find a way to do what I need to do. You know what I mean? So I don't get rejected no more. So I take a shot at tequila and keep it pushing.
Keep it
It
pushing.
goes
That's
back to
respect.
don't take anything personal, because then eventually, if it's meant to be, it'll be.
It'll happen. If
Yes,
you're working
sir.
for it, it'll happen.
Yo, Symba, results take time on all streaming platforms.
Yes,
Run
sir.
up them numbers, man. Purchase
sir.
it as well. Purchase.
Come on, man.
Doesn't
Y'all
hurt to
stream
purchase.
that. Check it out. Follow me on all platforms. And shout out to my fam over here at the Cruise Show.
Yes, sir.
Y'all been a big supporter from day one
You got
before
it,
I
man.
was even getting in a lot of these rooms. So I truly appreciate y'all,
You got
man.
it, brother. Seriously, man.
Yo, check out more of our YouTube interviews now, ASAP Plus. Download the free iHeartRadio app so you can check out the Cruise Show podcast.